Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. Alright. Probably confused at what you see here, but yes, it is a starter deck mono yellow Big Mom deck. Yes, I've always felt like this leader should see play. It doesn't make sense to me. You can control your triggers to the highest degree and it sees no play. I'll forever be confused. Well, granted, I feel like a lot of mono leaders suffer from the pool restriction, right? Obviously. So if the pool of cards isn't good enough for the most part, then yeah, mono leaders are gonna suffer. But she is not future proof. Well, the only future proofing that they're doing is rotating. So, she's gonna get hit by rotation. Neji. Anyway. Yeah, if she's rotated out, whatever. But beforehand, every yellow card with trigger that comes out is a viable card for her. So the stronger the trigger ability, the better she becomes. And this Wano variant is actually a deck I had locked away for a long time. It's just hard to try to run through all the decks, try to get all the leaders of the current set and then trying to update other leaders, going through any requests that we might get or catering to some like fan favorite leaders that people would like to see. So, it's a struggle, but it was like, I was like determined. I was like, no, I want to finally have this done. And the Wano variant has gotten better thanks to some of the other Wano cards. Mainly the Yamato. That search Yamato right there plays a big role in us making this build. But yeah, imagine forcing Kikunojo. It's just like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's some fun combos in this. Soul Pocus is a given. Very rare when people choose to burn their life. He was at 3. We probably should have attacked first and then played that Soul Pocus. It would probably encourage them to grant that life. I know we wanted to be at 3 life. Okay. Putting that Cat Viper there is definitely going to help us get game next turn as long as we can survive. We do have counter power in our hand, respectfully. We really do. So we should be able to survive whatever happens. Okay. I felt like they did that as a just in case. Like, just in case I can't get game, let me just pop that. So now we're not threatening lethal technically. Counter out, easy 1k. That's difficult. We're debating it. That's 3 cards. That would be 3 cards. Oh, Kikunojo. Wow, so Kikunojo gave us Kikunojo. And then we let that happen. That's Cat Viper. And that's a lock. That's a lock for GG. That we're not even at 10 down yet. But we have the you're the one that should disappear. So we have one already. That's wonderful. That's hilarious. We would have ended up just drawing it to put it. But yeah. That's what, like, come on, son. How is this leader not playable? You can literally force feed you're the one that should disappear. And every copy in your hand, you can keep doing that over and over again. Gain a life, switch it. Gain a life, switch it. I always felt like that was so strong. Yeah, the 2 main events. You're the one that should disappear and Soul Pocus. Those are the 2 main events for this leader. And then everything else is whatever you want. And there once was a strategy I had where you just focus on a lot of events that can help you regain life and do it that way. Even though a lot of those triggers you have to sadly discard 2 cards, it's almost like playing a Zoro counter event. So that's like another way to think about it. I think the core strategy for the leader is essentially to live long enough to get to 10 comfortably, so you could just 10 drop Big Mom, just choo, 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 choo. That's my theory. Attack. I wonder if we're gonna just swing like crazy. Oh, we developed. Oh, now, okay, so that is another benefit, mind you. The deck in general can help you gain life. Momonosuke does that play, and technically, if they don't attack life, we can use our leader ability to pluck that Hiyori back into our hand and switch it with a trigger character. Well, not at this life at the moment. We have too much life to do that comfortably. Oh, we chose to save. Interesting. Well, we might end up finding another You're the One that should disappear, so that's not too bad of a play. I like seeing stuff like this. Pressure. You gotta deal with 3 attacks. Damn, being that we have 4 life. I promise you, if we had 4 Dawn, we would have developed. We would have developed and just swung for 5. That Mihawk is fantastic. Yep, gotta respect it. Searcher takes out Searcher. Oh, they're gaining value off of that. Off of their Searcher, so that's something we would need to get off the board. Careful now, we can't play that yet. Yeah, I feel like this deck has a lot of toxic life gain potential. Oh, they don't want to swing in like that no more. That's understandable. And of course, it allows you to swing twice. Why not? Oh, we got rid of Kuma. Well, we're at a very healthy Dawn count. We're at a very healthy Dawn count, as a matter of fact. We could actually afford to put a character on top, attack, leave a Dawn up for the arrow. So they'll attack. Let's say it's Kikunojo. They'll attack. Kikunojo hits the board. We're at 2. And then boom, arrow. Another defensive option. And then we should be able to just drop our 10 drop Big Mom. Player is thinking. We are swinging for 9. Oh yeah, and by the way, that's not, and it's funny, that's not a bad card to have as your last life. But okay, I like this option. Help with the board control. It's tough to let go of a Kikunojo, but respectfully, it's like, get that off the board. Look at our hand. Look how we organized it, right? No, yeah, okay. They attack. That's funny. Oh, we could have technically blocked, but I'm sure they probably would try to swing on our Momonosuke. No, if we blocked, that would have given them the ability to restand, right? So it wouldn't have mattered. And here's our 10 drop. And we have a delicious 3 life. I mean, respectfully, our hand is not in a good position. I'll be honest with you. Our hand is not in a good position. So that Zoro can just go whack, whack, whack. Luckily, we got a blocker, but the leader can also swing. So it is risky. Okay, Kikunojo. They got game more than they understand. Okay. This is where people rage quit, I would imagine. Because that's disgusting. Literally on the verge of game. And they swung with their Mihawk first. That's another thing. They swung with their Mihawk. There's no way they're not going to be mad at this. Oh, and because we ain't swing with characters, we ain't giving their leader the option to swing again. Why are we taking so long to decide? You have to freeze that 9-drop Zoro. What are we doing here? Yeah. You're on the verge of losing. That play literally stopped us from losing. That's crazy. That's sickening. Oh my god, my stomach would hurt so bad. Ah. All day. That's it. I would just concede and be on the toilet. Because that was sick. Oh, I'm never going to remember that Zoro's effect. I'm going to still swung again. I'm going to read it 12 times and forget. Yep, 12k swing. And we got all the Don in the world to play with. Yeah, that fucking Bedge right there. That Veggie saved our life. Goodness. Yeah, 9-drop Zoro is forever a threat. Nothing you could do about it. Just whack, whack, whack. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now, yeah, that was respectful luck. Funny thing is, it's luck, but then we also farmed life cards, right? So we forced that. If this was a different type of deck, we would have just lost, right? But because the deck kept adding cards to our life pool, I think. I actually don't know. You know what? Maybe Bedge was there the whole time. Forget it. Just take the hit. There's no way you would want to counter out. Yeah, that's too early. With all that life cards, you can counter out an 8k swing. So here's another good quality. If we use this, don't we just lose 2 cards? Okay, yeah, we went down 2 cards. Well, we now have access to our leader ability, but when you don't have access to the leader ability, I think we probably did that play last game. I forgot to call it out, but the Hiyori can force the soul focus on top. So if we don't have access to our leader ability, but we're at 4 or 5 life, Hiyori, switch it, boom, mad early in the game. And then, as you can see, you could then use Momonosuke to put the Hiyori back, to put the Hiyori in life, so you can essentially get it back in hand. So yeah, this deck does have some toxic life gain potential. That was quick. That's funny. They give us life. That's like the infinite loop, low key. You just keep putting that as your 3rd life, right? Leader ability, put a card back, and then they just grant, do it again. They grant, do it again, like as many times as you're able to. And then respectfully, they still got to deal with, we put Cat Viper. That's interesting. That's an interesting order. Okay, so now we're at 4. Yeah, that's an interesting order. Surprised we did it that way. No, you know what? That's probably more cost effective. Because now, if they trigger our Cat Viper, it comes out for free, rather than us paying $4 to play it, right? So that was a better play. Mathematics. They got a full board of nothing, basically. Wow. They don't want any counter attacks to their Cavendish, but you got an 8k blocker. Could have essentially swung Cavendish and then did what, right? I guess so. Gain 2 Dawn, do something, I don't know. Well, we're at 9. We could technically use Kuma. Draw the bottom. Put another Cat Viper on top. We're at 6. So we technically just leaving 1 Dawn up. Oh, duh. And we're going to get rid of a Momo. I'm like, Are we gonna play Nami to pop the Cavendish? I tunnel vision. My brain was stuck on getting rid of Cavendish. That's why. So I'm like, what are we gonna do at 6? Why would you not? Why would we do 6? Duh, the Kuma. Kuma is such a good addition to yellow. It's nuts. It really is. And he's attacking it. Yeah, we don't need to save it. Why lose 3 cards? We'll lose 3 cards. Nah. Yeah, might as well just gain a life. He just made the game more complicated for himself by doing that. Oh! Free summon. And we got 2 cat vipers there too. That's hilarious. So they could literally just load our board up for free right now. And we got a big mom. This is disgusting. Look how late in the game this is. Yeah, you already know. You better block. Don't overthink it. Yup. I guess it didn't matter. We had 2 attacks. And we have another big mom. And if you attack our Kikunojo, which there's a chance you will, to prevent us from having lethal, we're going to get another life. Ooh, another blocker. Respectfully. Look at all the cards we have in our hand too. Damn. We got 4 life. We're already at the 10 Don state. We got all these cards in our hand. The attack. Yep, we let it go. We just started the game over. Oh my god, look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, what the hell? That's the apping, but in our favor. Ah, that's ridiculous. And then we just play another one. Woo! Attack for 5. You got to do something. I know you don't want to block that, right? Okay, there it goes. Attack for 6. Because they came out trigger summon. Attack for 6. And then we got one more 12k swing. Which you're probably going to lose your blocker for this one. And we just got too much. We don't have to... We could just ignore that board. We just got too much. This is ridiculous. This is a toxic sequence of events. I ain't gonna lie. Look at the wet... Our hand, what we got, our board, what we got. If he handles our board, we end up gaining more life. If he attacks our life, we end up summoning more to the board, technically. This is ridiculous. And look, we got 3 copies of You the One That Can Disappear, but we could just save it for our last life. And then we got Kuma. So respectfully, we can actually put You're the One That Could Disappear in our last life if we ever got down to that. Then play Kuma to gain another life, and then we'll have 2 life. Attack again. That's another 1k counter. I would go for another 1k counter. I don't think you need the Nami. Okay, we got rid of Kuma. That's ridiculous. You did your best. I understand. I think we can call it, right? Well, OG. Thanks for watching. And of course, give us a subscribe. I mean, come on. We're probably like the only people that just did a freaking mono yellow big mom deck. Like, come on, give us a sub for that one.